What's up, everybody? What's going on? I hope all of you fellow muckers out there are doing undeniably fan-freaking-tastic out there. I know I am, because we are now in the midst of a pretty good, awesome wrestling weekend. Yep, yes sir, Bob. Tonight we have Impact Wrestling's Against All Odds event, and tomorrow we have NXT TakeOver In Your House 2021. So yeah, tonight we have about 9 matches happening, and oh boy, that last match, it's pretty dope. Based on what I'm hearing, it's pretty dope. Alright, so yeah, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into these matches, shall we? Alright, first up, the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships are on the line as Fire and Flava defend against Susan and Kimberly. You know what, I definitely wasn't expecting Fire and Flava to win those belts back at Under Siege, but they did. So at this point, yeah, let's just go ahead and let that reign just last longer. Let's go ahead and let the reign last longer. Let's get that out of the way. Alright. Moving on. Rich Swann takes on W. Morrissey. Okay. Rich Swann, he's having a hard time rebounding since his loss to Kenny Omega back at Rebellion. So, right now, this is definitely not the match for Rich Swann to get back up into the saddle again. It's not. W. Morrissey, he's hot, he's fresh, he's getting that monster push right now in Impact. So, yeah, W. Morrissey's going to look dominant in this one. Alright, next up, we have a tag team street fight. Why not just call it a tornado and get it over with? Because you can't get disqualified in a tag team match where there's no I don't even know. I'm assuming this needs to be tornado, okay? But anyway, the Good Brothers of Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson take on the team of Tommy Dreamer and Sami Callihan. Thanks to the issue with Don Callis, I think Tommy Dreamer's kind of said, I don't know, something's up with Tommy Dreamer. Something's up with Tommy Dreamer. Alright. And here we go again with Tommy Dreamer, sticking his nose into other people's rivalries. But you know what, with Sami Callihan being there, this might not actually be that bad of an idea. Alright? Because I'm going to be talking about it later on in the episode, about how Sami Callihan's going to be facing the winner of tonight's main event at Slammiversary. But yeah, I think that maybe Sami Callihan's on the verge of having a face turn if he hasn't had it already. Then again, maybe it's just the fact that Kenny Omega and the rest of the Elite with Don Callis, it might just be the fact that maybe they're just so deplorable that even Sami Callihan looks like a saint. That's just me. That's just me. So, yeah, I think Tommy Dreamer and Sami Callihan can definitely win this match. I think they can. I really think they can. But I don't expect Sami Callihan and Tommy Dreamer to get along 100%. Not based on how I've seen Sami Callihan team up with Moose recently, but that's not neither here nor there. But yeah, moving on. Satoshi Kojima takes on Joe Doring. Ah, man. This New Japan and Impact partnership, it's going even further right now. And you know what? I know that Joe Doring is part of Violent by Design with the Impact Tag Team Championships. And you know what? Part of me kind of hopes that this match gets booked after the tag team title defense, because if Satoshi Kojima wins, maybe, just maybe, we could bring in somebody else from the New Japan roster, and they could try to avenge Finjuice by taking on Joe Doring and Rhino, or Joe Doring and Cody, however it is going to be playing out like that. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping Kojima wins this one. I am. Alright, next up, the Impact Knockouts Championship is on the line as Deonna Purrazzo defends against Rosemary. How much longer is this championship reign of Deonna Purrazzo going to last? Jeez Louise, it seems like she's beating everybody. I would love nothing more than to see Rosemary walk away with the W in this match. So, please, Rosemary, please win this match. Please end Deonna Purrazzo's reign. Please, let's just get it over with. Alright, next up, we have a Fatal 5-Way to determine the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. The winner of this match wins an X Division Championship match, okay? And how ironic. Impact doing a Fatal 5-Way tonight with NXT TakeOver having a Fatal 5-Way as their main event tomorrow. Yeah, oh well. So, in this Fatal 5-Way, the participants include Petey Williams, Troy Miguel, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Rohit Raju. Alright, so right now the champion is Josh Alexander, and whoever he does face, I really don't want to see him lose that belt yet. I don't. Since the North has broken up, I've been becoming a really big fan of Josh Alexander. So, out of all these people, I think Troy Miguel might be able to do it. Yeah, Troy Miguel. I think he definitely needs a victory on the big stage such as this. So, that's not promising that he's going to be beating Josh Alexander, though. That's not a promise that's going to happen. But, still, Troy Miguel, let's go and get this match to Troy Miguel. That way you can have something walking into his match with Josh Alexander. Alright, next up, Jordan Grace takes on Neil Dashwood. Alright, since Jordan Grace has been in this whole tag team situation leading up from Jazz and then leading up to Rachel Ellering, Jordan Grace, she hasn't really been winning that much. I mean, yeah, she won the Impact Tag Team Championships, but only for like a hot minute. Maybe not even a hot minute, maybe like a cold minute. I don't even know. But yeah, Grace needs victory bad right now. So hopefully Jordan Grace can win this one. Alright, next up, the Impact Tag Team Championships are on the line as Violent by Design's Diener and Rhino defends against a team of Decay's Black Taurus and Crazy Steve. Alright, right now, I do not have a picture of Violent by Design holding the Tag Team Championships. Right? Especially not Cody Diener. Because it was Joe Doring and Rhino that won those Tag Team titles. But you know what? Freebird rule. Gotta love it. So, man, the only way I want to see Decay win this match, is if Rosemary wins the belt too. If Rosemary wins the Impact Knockouts Championship, and if Decay wins the Tag Team Championships, that would be awesome. That would be really awesome. It would. So, the reason why I kind of wanted this match booked before the Kojima match was if Violent by Design loses, at least that gives Satoshi Kojima a reason to have a victory that makes sense later on in the card. Alright, so I guess this is like one of those gotta see where it goes kind of things. But yeah, as it stands right now, I'm hoping Decay wins it. Alright. Lastly, the Impact World Championship will be defended by Kenny Omega, who takes on Moose. And this particular match right here, it's not going to be taking place in Nashville. I think that's where Impact's been keeping their tapings at as of late. But this match is actually going to be taking place at Daly's place. Yep. And this is going to be like kept far, far away from the Impact taping building. Because they want to try and stay away from Sami Callihan. Because whoever wins this match faces Sami Callihan for the title at Slammiversary. Alright, and right now, as far as the Impact Creative goes, I gotta give them props for giving us the what if scenario. If I remember correctly, when Rich Swann and Moose had that unification match for the titles, I think that was back at Hard to Kill. The winner of that match was going to be facing Kenny Omega at Rebellion. Rich Swann won the match. Alright. Rich Swann beat Moose. Rich Swann went on to go face Kenny Omega. And he lost. And then that was leaving people to question, okay, well, what if Moose won? What if Moose would have won that match? Well, now you get to see what happens then. Now you get to see what happens. Alright. And even during that Under Siege match, I was wanting either Moose or Sami Callihan to win it. That was just me personally. Alright. And yeah, Moose won, which was awesome, but that also led to a rivalry between Moose and Sami Callihan, which I wasn't expecting, but I was also happy that I was getting to see it happen. Alright, and what has this feud led to? Now it leads to a possibility of Sami Callihan versus Kenny Omega at Slammiversary. I get all of what I wanted. Okay, and I got no complaints there. So, with that being said, Kenny Omega, yeah, Kenny Omega's gonna win this match. I mean, we've seen Moose vs. Sami Callihan recently. We've already seen that. It's probably not gonna be the last time we've seen it, but we've already seen that. And right now, they've been teasing it too hard. Sami Callihan versus the Good Brothers versus Kenny. They've been teasing it way too hard not to do it. Alright, so. And plus, as of late, Sami Callihan, since he lost the belt to Tessa Blanchard, only for her to lose it due to quarantine and the pandemic, Sami Callihan, he needs that belt back. He really needs that belt back. And I'd love nothing more than to see Sami Callihan beat Kenny Omega at Slammiversary. So, that's just me thinking for the future, but as of right now, Moose, I'm sorry, but Kenny Omega has to beat you. Kenny Omega needs to beat you, Moose. And I'll leave it at that. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Ring Ramblings, and I hope all of you will enjoy the show happening tonight. As a reminder, tomorrow's going to be some Ring Ramblings for NXT TakeOver In Your House 2021. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it on up here now. Make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah! I'm out.
It's